Hello, chaps, and welcome back to Burning Wheel. Today we are joined by Phil.
Those are some great dice, Kleiker.
That's Bethran on the board, playing a character called Siegfried Kraft.
Kleika.
Yep, that's Kleika on the board with the black dice and the orange name, and I'm playing a character called Christoph Anodar, aka Kleika.
Rufus.
I was very confused. I'm Rufus, and I play Domiford Rufinik.
I don't think that's who you actually play.
Well, Dominic Frick then.
I think both is appropriate. And Kiko.
And I'm Kikoskia, and I play Jusdon Pond.
Last we left the intrepid band.
Yay!
They had stuffed Kleika into a sack. Into a sack, in fact.
Into a sack,
Into
even.
a stack.
A stack of Kleikers.
A stack of Kleikas in a sack.
Nicely.
They're just like, you can get up to 10 into your inventory and then you need to overflow.
Darn
And then,
it.
and they were spiriting away to a farmhouse, presumably for interrogation at the edge of the city.
Good plan.
And thus, as they round the corner to the front of the farmhouse, at the outskirts of the city, something's going to happen.
So, before we actually get into the farmhouse, I'm going to ask Dominic, could you scout ahead and see if there's anyone still there?
Dominic looks at Siegfried with one swollen, poor for scouting eye.
Perhaps it might be better if I do it instead.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
My intent is to scout ahead for.
Why is it we can't really have any of the workers see us bring in a sack with a person in it.
By the way, I am not staying still in that sack. Like,
He's
I'm,
wriggling like a bro.
yeah, I'm
my-
going.
My intent is to scout ahead.
But remember, this is the wee hours of the morning.
Yep.
My
There's
intent.
not many people around.
Yep. My intent is still to scout ahead. What do
Okay.
I need to do?
You need to roll a perception check. Just roll perception. No.
Just perception. Right. That is 2 successes.
To be honest, as far as you can tell, there's pretty much nobody there. It seems relatively deserted. It's sort of 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it seems like the coast is clear, Siegfried.
But then again, you can't see a huge amount because it is dark.
Dominic punches the sack.
Do I actually hear what they're saying, by the way?
Oh yeah, easy. It's a sack. It's not
Seems
a.
like
Yeah.
the coast is clear, Siegfried.
Okay, we'll move in then.
So basically, I know that the guy who's carrying me is called Siegfried.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know that. Actually, I don't know how many names have been used. You guys
So
didn't set
far,
up code names, did you?
No, so far it was Siegfried.
Okay, code name Strike Team Alpha.
No.
Okay, so you're making your way inside
Codename
the
Party Tavern. Party Tavern.
There should be a cellar somewhere inside that we can take him.
Yep, there is a cellar. So the 3 of you drag him, I assume, down to the cellar. And once you're there, what happens then?
If possible, we bolt the door from the inside once we've lit it. Not
Yeah,
the room.
That's no problem. If nothing else, I mean, if failing that, you can just stick a chair in front of it.
Yep.
And then you've got a guy.
I'm
in a
kind of
sack.
still in a sack.
Exactly.
We got
And
rope
gagged.
as well, didn't we? We found rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found some rope in a bitter twist of irony.
Yeah, I would like to, see how
My
I fare.
my intent right now, while Siegfried is while we're secured them, is to actually take a closer look at Dominic's black eye and see if there's anything I can do to reduce the swelling.
Okay, so you trying to see what it looks like, or are you trying to help?
I'm trying to help him.
Okay, so this is beginner's luck field dressing.
Right. Okay. What's that based off?
I believe it is perception. Let's have a look.
Right.
1 second, let me just check the skill list. Field dressing. Ooh. Field dressing is indeed perception.
What's the ops?
The anatomy of injury chapter will have the obs, and it is.
A black eye. What was that? Light
It
wound?
was a strength 5 wound.
It's a light wound, and the obs is 2. Therefore, the obs is 4.
Well, I can try.
He can make it actually with those dice.
I can try.
We've got 5 dice, right?
Oh, 3!
No,
I
two.
could
Two.
2. Yeah. Oh, I could explode those 6s.
To be honest, it's worth. It is worth.
Is that a fate to explode 6s
It
again?
would be a fate.
I'm going to consume a fate to explode some 6s.
Remember to mark that up.
Do I have to mark that up
That's
onto my skill that I'm learning so that when I
I think it's onto the stat.
Boys, you
It-
dick!
Yeah, because it was the stat.
beyond the stat, fair enough. That's 2 fate into perception. Dominic is being
No.
attacked by one of the servants called Boyce.
One of the farm cats is attacking Dominic whilst he tries to have his eye seen to.
Oh! Just only
so
3.
close.
Only 3.
Can I assist him by sitting still?
I think we're assuming you're sitting still.
I hoped you weren't struggling, but that's only 3 out of 4 successes.
Oh.
Close, but no cigar.
Okay. Either way, now you need to take... Rufus, you can now have the option of recovering from the injury by taking a health test. Here's how this works. You take an obstacle 2 health test. If successful, the pain fades immediately. If failed, the penalty remains for 24 hours minus the fort exponent.
Did he get like a bonus because Kiko was trying to help him?
We have to assume that Kiko did not, in fact, manage to...
Okay.
Like, what he did is he pressed things on it, but, vaguely helpful, but not enough to actually help.
Yeah, if I'd have got that one more success,
What
it'd
did
have
you say the
helped.
difficulty was?
Obstacle 2.
Obstacle 2. That's a 50-50, so I shall go for this.
It would be okay for me, for instance, because I have 5 health.
And here we go.
Well
What
done,
the
that's 3 successes.
Okay, what this means is that your
And
eye...
Wolverine the shit out of that.
All this means is this equivalent of, when an injury stops bothering you. The pain is no longer an obstacle in doing things, even if the eye is swelling up a little bit.
So my observation is still balked, but the rest
No,
is...
no, no, no. No, everything's fine.
You just still...
I see better because I don't care about my swollen eye.
Well, it's partly also that the pain was bothering you. You can think of it that way.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's like, if you're trying to concentrate on something and it's like, this hurts.
And Siegfried might be doing stuff while that's happening.
So yeah, meanwhile, I lower Flyker onto the ground, not forcefully, not gently, just put him on the ground.
Okay.
I don't drop him, and try and roll him over so that he's facing the ground.
Okay, you can do that.
I'm trying to I'm starting to go a
wriggling?
little crazy in the sack. I try to break the sack.
Okay, breaking this out. I think they tied the sack up, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay, I don't...
That said, I don't know how good our knotting is.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting question. Let's see. Okay, so you're going to try and do a power test
I
versus
was not
the
the one
sack.
who tried to knot it. So
Let's
it would
say
have
this
been
would be
Kiko, I
breaking the
guess.
sack from the inside. Let's say it would be an obstacle... 4 or 5 power test?
Okay.
Let's say obs 4.
Okay. I have 3 dice. Can you move the dice a little?
Oh,
2.
not quite.
Okay. That does mean, though, because that was a difficult one, that I get that from my power, right?
That was a challenging.
Oh, was it challenging?
Obs 3 would be difficult.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
However,
So I get like another challenging? Does that
you get
do
another challenge. It doesn't do anything, sadly. Although actually, there are rules for commuting, but I can't remember what they are. I think it's like an
Okay.
optional rule. You can let people commute if it's like really thing. But we'll handle it later. There might always be more power tests, guys.
Okay.
Do not fear.
But
Seeing
anyway,
this
either way,
wiggly sack,
he's clearly struggling. in
Yeah,
the
I respond.
Yeah.
I'm...
Struggling is not going to make this any easier on you.
Oh! Bite the pillow.
My intent is to stand in the the way to the stairs with my knife drawn as a precautionary measure. I'm not intending to actually stab him, but it might scare him.
Have you guys decided what you're actually going to do with him?
No.
So
Yes,
I'm
okay.
going to ask. The next thing I'm going to do is say, Rufus, get the rope, or Dominic, get the rope.
doesn't understand. That's tying the sack though. That means he
Presumably
comes
we
out.
had more rope than just that.
Yeah.
All right. Dominic gets the rope.
And
You're untying the rope?
okay, so once Dominic's got the rope, I'm going to untie the sack, and then we're going to I'll try and keep him held down whilst Dominic ties his hands.
This is presuming we had a spare bit of rope that's not used to tie the sack.
Yeah.
Okay, Claire, are you going to resist being tied down?
Yes.
Okay. So first, we have 2 things. First, the opposed power
I'm
test.
still gagged, right?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
still good. It's, now Phil's power versus your power as he tries to hold you down.
Okay.
I think let's determine what each victory will mean. If Phil wins, it means he's holding you down. If you win, it means that you're kind of semi-breaking free.
Okay.
Dominic being close enough would probably help if.
2 successes. Two successes.
Yep.
Am I defender because he's holding me down?
You are technically the defender. So what this means is that Rufus is at a negative penalty to his knots roll.
My knots roll. I don't have a knot skill.
Well,
Well, indeed, you're going to be beginners lucking knots.
Oh yes. How many is that?
It's a good thing I'm
I'm
standing in
pretty
the
sure
doorway.
it's perception. The thing is, this is actually quite hard to do because you didn't tie his hands or anything. So, like, he has his hands free, so he would need to be pinned. So this is going to be a pretty tricky roll, I think.
He
Wait,
is
no,
still
he
blindfolded, however.
Yeah,
That is true. He is blindfolded.
But he didn't take that off in the sack at all with his hands free in there. That's
he-
retarded.
Well, I honestly like who knows how I was lying in there. Like maybe
That
I
is
could
true.
have.
You're lying in the swastika, the
No, no.
Also, don't
Rupert.
German.
Don't
sleeping
don't
position.
forget that I was like moving the whole time, like on Phil's back and so on. Like I don't think it's
One
actually
entire
related.
possibility is just the way he was being like. If Phil picks him up in a fireman's lift, if he had his arm over the sack, Klika's arms would not be free.
True.
So, you're going to be trying
okay.
your beginner's
So
knotting.
knots is perception / agi combination. So you're going to average those two stats of yours, which
Rounding
are.
down.
So that's 5, I guess.
Oh, you have perception 5, agi 5.
No, perception 4, agility 6.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, that's
still
5,
five.
average 5. So you're rolling 5 dice. Now, let's see. Securing a person is obstacle 4.
Could I get Phil to
Obstacle
step on his
8.
throat while I do this?
Phil has already, because of Let It Ride rules, Phil has
Oh, yeah.
already failed to adequately secure him.
So that
So
would be
this
an
is-
obstacle 8.
This is obstacle 8. This is basically impossible. Like
Ew.
what this is, the way to think of this is, Klika's arms are free. You would
Yeah.
need to do something.
In that case, my intent is to take the first. He makes a loop from the end of the rope, puts that around Klika's head, hopefully, and tries to tie his legs towards his to his throat. So he'd be in a hold. So if he struggles, he chokes himself.
Okay, all of that while I'm messing around, almost
I
breaking
think-
Well,
free
the way
from-
you do that is you put the loop over the head and you start tugging on that, and then when he starts getting pacified from being choked while you pull on that, you tie the rest of him up.
To be honest, I feel
the best way to do it.
like the intent is not really suitable at the moment because this is not like I'm trying to imagine. Okay, so somebody's on the floor, their arms are completely mobile. You have to stop the arms moving before you can do anything. As
Okay,
far as I
so
look at it.
no. Well, can
Well,
I work sleight of hand into this?
What you could probably do is you could probably secure him. You'd have to do a power test, opposed power.
Post power. Okay, what's my
Your power is 3.
Well, I've been lifting.
Okay.
Not that much.
Damn it.
I keep that.
Two-
And 1.
Two
No.
successes.
Damn it.
I
Okay,
win.
I'm saying because both of you have failed the power test, Klika has wriggled free.
God damn it.
According
good
to the
thing-
rules, he has
I
wriggled free.
immediately take
It's a
off the
good thing-
blindfold.
It's a good thing I'm in the way of the exit.
Okay, so
Okay.
what this is you two are standing like with him. He's just like wriggle free, rolled up. And he's basically stood up. And he's taken off the blindfold. That's the action he gets for beating both of you in independent power tests, which is quite an unlikely thing to happen.
Yeah.
Does this startle us that it is, since it's that unlikely?
way-
Steel
the way-
test because this little
I
man
was,
just wiggled.
No, it's not that starting. It's more like
Would you say it's
Just 'cause-
routinely startling?
uh, maybe. Anyway, the way to look at it is both of you. He just wriggled like a really little wriggle person.
Like a
Do
little
I get
worm.
wriggling skill learned?
Indeed. So nothing else. What's your speed, by the way?
My speed 4. Why?
I think the escape artist skill is rooted off speed. Not that this was necessarily
Relevant.
exactly relevant,
Yeah.
but I think the way to look at it is the wriggling would be based on your speed stat. So he's being fairly wriggly.
Okay. Interesting.
So he has he now you have to decide what to do. In the moment, he's stand up, he's taken off the blindfold, he's clearly just seen all of you. He hasn't got a
Yeah.
weapon. He's in one corner of the room. You two are spread out either side of, let's say 5 feet away either side of him.
And I'm
And
blocking.
Kiko's at the-
and I'm
and
blocking
Kiko's
the
standing
way.
there. I see that Kiko's standing there with a knife, right?
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah,
knife.
okay. In plain
He's got a
view.
knife.
So, Klika's turn first.
Okay, I
then me.
okay, I
No,
take
it's
off
not,
my
it's not.
blindfold.
All of you decide what you want to do, and then it will resolve.
Okay, I basically I put my hands like because I'm still gagged. Like I put my hands in front of myself in like this motion where you do like calm down, like everyone stay quiet. Like my fingers like spread and like
Yeah, like a
going downward.
conciliatory
Like
gesture.
everybody calm down, and then like I keep doing that with one hand as I move my other hand to the gag to remove it from my mouth.
Okay.
Is that one action or can I?
I definitely like that as one action. Yeah. Okay.
If he's doing, my intent is to switch from my knife to my bow, because I have a range advantage.
Okay.
Well,
Could have
assume there's
stood there with your bow from the
assume
start.
there's
but-
some.
No, I had my
some
knife
sh-
originally drawn, not my bow.
Yeah.
There's some shit lying around.
But
I
I've
assume.
ready, and I've
Buckets,
got
crap.
a blunt head arrow knocked.
Okay. What about you two?
Well, is there shit lying around?
I'm sure. I mean, there's Phil. It's Phil's house, so he should tell us what's in the cellar.
In the
It's
cellar
just
still?
gonna be a cellar with like barrels of stuff inside them.
It's probably going to be a bucket there, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Is
take
there
that bucket,
scrumpy in
fling
the
it at
barrels?
Clyke's head. I'm assuming Phil's going in, so Dominic's trying to create an advantage for him if he's going to go in and wrangle the Clykes.
The way because of the which I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think let it ride exactly applies because the situation has changed. He's no longer on the floor, so you could certainly try and grab him again. But by the way, Clyke, if he tries to grab you, you can use stats to defend yourself other than power if somebody's going to grab you. An example would
speed,
be
yes.
speed to dodge. So there's that. So Rufus, you're doing that conditional on Phil. Phil, what are you going to do?
Can we describe the room a little bit? We're like,
Oh,
what
absolutely.
is
Phil,
there?
tell-
So they
tell us the
wanted to
room.
bind me. Yeah, so they
It's
wanted to
just
bind me
a
down on a stair.
small sort of 15 by 15 foot room. Comes down a wooden staircase. Most of the walls are made of stone. It's clearly slightly underground.
Mm.
There's no obvious windows. It's lit by a lantern or two hanging from hooks, and mostly there's barrels, crates.
How- A lantern or two, or just one lantern? Or how many?
2 lanterns, I guess. One.
Okay. And I think we'll say for this purpose, Kiko, I'm probably going to say that your character is fully aware of the fact that 15 feet is a very bad range to start using a bow.
Fair enough.
With
Then
two,
I'll,
people,
then
with two
I'll,
of his friends in front.
fair enough. Then I'll stick with the knife.
Fair enough. But you still have an action, remember? I'm just saying
still
your
have an
character
action.
probably know that's a bad idea.
Yeah, fair enough. Good point.
So you wanted to tie me down on a chair, right? So I take it there's a chair.
Yep.
Is
Well,
there some kind of like a pillar or a beam or something? You know, like a wooden beam or so on, like or a pillar
No,
holding
open,
the
open room.
open room. Okay.
Too small, I think, to need internal support.
And it's 2 lanterns.
I'm
2 lanterns.
my
Okay.
my intent is
Both near the
Is anybody going to try talking?
my
Well,
intent is
once-
mine.
Well, I wasn't allowed to talk. You said my action was over, so.
No. I'm saying if any of these guys are going to try and talk.
My,
Oh.
my intent, if I'm not switching weapons, is to try and persuade Clyke to just cooperate,
Cooperate with the police.
Cooperate for what?
so that the situation doesn't escalate.
Well, dude, I'm already doing the whole. Calm down.
Okay,
calm
so
down.
you're
Well,
being
I'm still
silly.
doing that. I'm still
Okay.
trying to
Well,
do
guys, a
that.
perfectly adequate response to this would be to wait and see what he does, because he's you can react if he moves.
That's
You can say I'll react if he moves, but I'll see what he does.
that's my intent. My intent is to try and persuade him to just cooperate and not do anything silly.
Okay.
Personally, I'm drawing my sword and trying to intimidate him and say, 3 versus 1, your chances aren't that good. I would.
Okay, that's absolutely
Okay.
viable
But,
thing to say.
by the way, Luke, quick question.
Yes.
When they captured me, the powder fell out and they saw it. Does that mean the powder is gone?
No. I mean, the way to think of it is that the powder flopped on the ground, and some of it came out of the.
Oh, but I still
They-
have a sack of powder.
But
Okay.
they've picked it up and took it with them.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's
Right,
presumably
okay,
a pure
no,
sample one they have.
Right. I just wanted to know. Okay.
So how do each of our roles work on this?
I think
instance?
I actually there aren't that many rolls except for Phil. Rufus, are you definitely doing the throwing stuff?
Oh yeah!
Were you throwing something at me?
He's throwing
Yeah,
a bucket
yeah.
at you.
And I'm definitely trying to persuade him.
I am definitely dodging the bucket.
Okay, I think this is how we're going to do it. Rufus, I might put your action slightly in the back burner because it would require simultaneous thingies. So what I'll do is I'll say you're grabbing a bucket while Phil is going for the intimidation. So Phil, what's your intimidate?
Don't have it.
Okay. Kiko, what about you?
I was trying to persuade, and I do not have a persuasion because I was not trying to intimidate.
Okay. Neither of you have the social skill you're trying to use, right?
Nope, correct.
Okay, this means you're talking at cross purposes. So,
Yes, we are.
Kiko,
Mhm.
do you think your persuasion would take longer than Phil's intimidation attempt? I think you probably would. So, Phil, you roll your intimidate roll first, and
Which
if
is
it's
based off
intimidation is based off will.
will. Okay.
Yes.
I do
Do I
enjoy
have
how
any
we're-
advantage to that for the fact that he's gagged and
He's not.
I will
weaponless?
certainly allow one advantage dice for the fact that you've got a sword.
Yeah.
Now, the obstacle for intimidation is, I believe, either will or steel. I can't remember. Probably not
Well,
steel.
Well, probably will, right?
Yeah, it would be will, but there might be something more complicated. I can't remember how it works.
And you're getting a check on intimidation. I'm going to take on a completely different skill.
Okay, basically, Kliko, what's your will?
5.
Ob's 10.
Excellent.
Excellent indeed. 2 6s.
Really nice
Well-
roll. Pity that the Obs was 10.
Well, he could use a fate and do the other two.
What
and get some
about
more,
me?
but,
Okay, you're trying to persuade him
I am trying to persuade him.
to cooperate.
I am.
And
Persuasion is based off.
persuasion is again will. I'm pretty sure.
By the way, I like how if you guys succeed with this, my mind is literally like overwritten by what you've just done. Like it's
Actually, it's not.
it's not.
The way persuasion is not mind control.
But yeah, okay.
You would
The way,
believe it is
the
a
way
good.
to look at it is, if he were to persuade you to chill, that would be like him giving you some type of good reason. It's not like he's just gone, you will now chillax. What do you? The idea to think of it is, he gives your character some type of indication, like Kiko would have to say what it is, that this persuasion is actually legit. Like he would say
Right.
something like, "We're not trying to hurt you," blah blah blah, blah. And so
Right.
it's your character buying that. He's not telling you stand down.
Oh, I
So
see.
it's will.
Where is she?
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
It's will, which I have 4
Will.
dice,
And the obs of will is the will exponent of the intended victim.
which is
Beginner's
telling
luck, double to 10.
Excellent. Let's go.
I have a lot of will.
No.
Nope.
The fact,
No, your persuasion-
basically, I've got a good reason for this. Basically, the fact that he's got a sword and is trying to intimidate completely drowns out my attempt.
Yeah, that's fair
Well,
enough.
also that you have a
Yep.
knife.
Okay,
I'm a
now,
long distance away from you.
because this action is pretty quick, I'm going to say, Clyke, your gag's off, so you now choose to say something as Rufus is hoisting the bucket.
Okay, so wait. So does
Okay,
that mean
please.
wait? So
Oh, sorry,
as I say something, he's throwing it at me.
He looks like he's about to.
Okay.
I'm giving you the option to talk yourself out of it because I think the application of bucket to face will precipitate some unwise action on behalf of everybody.
Okay. Well, I could still try to like dodge the bucket if he throws it, right?
You can.
I'm
Okay.
very bucket wise.
Okay,
No,
so
you
I
are
take off the
not
gag.
bucket-wise.
I take off the gag and I go, everybody, calm down. Just stay calm. What is happening here? Like, where did you bring me? What are you trying to do here?
By the way, guys, as a note, when you're role playing conversations, if somebody says something that you think your character doesn't need to be convinced of, then you can say my character believes this. If it's something that your character doesn't agree with, that's when the persuasion comes into play. So if Klyka wanted to, he could have said, "I'm intimidated by Phil flourishing the sword," or "I'm persuaded by Kiko telling me to chill." If he wanted to, he didn't. He didn't have to, but he could have done.
Okay.
My response is pretty much immediately. You tried to blow us up last night, you bastard.
Ooh.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I know the explosion that you're talking about, but the only guy who had
Wait.
anything to do with the explosion is that guy over there, and I point at Kiko.
Wait, he was around. He was here last night. That voice did sound familiar.
Wait.
What's Rufus
No,
doing
I
with
mean,
bucket?
I heard
Rupert,
that
Rupert,
guy
sorry,
had
just
something
Rupert,
to do with it.
Dominic's bucket is readied, and he can throw it at any time. It's up to him.
Dominic would probably have interjected sooner, as soon as Klyka asks something, and gone, "We are the ones asking the questions," and there comes the bucket.
Okay, we're allowed to do that. It's
Well,
bucket time.
okay, just listen. The only reason I came after you guys was because that guy over there, I pointed Ruford, stole my scarf, and I needed that scarf. I had a terrible day. Like everything
Okay, so
is terrible.
I'm afraid this torrent of words is interrupted by the bucket.
Bring
damn
forth the bucket
Okay,
of destiny.
I tried to dodge his stupid bucket.
I'm afraid he's thrown it. Okay, Rufus, what's your throwing skill?
It's 3.
Okay,
Oh,
3
dear.
versus Klyka speed because he's actively trying to avoid it.
I have 4.
This is interesting. Bucket.
Fuck!
3.
Fuck.
Oh, no
Damn it.
chance. Easily, deftly dodged bucket.
How does he dodge such a big object in such a small room? Fuck me.
Because I'm fast. Also, and I go, what the hell? What is he doing?
Honestly, who throws a bucket?
Why would you throw a bucket at me? First you steal my friggin' scarf, and now you
I
throw a
didn't
bucket. I
steal
pick up the
fuck
bucket.
all.
I pick up the
You
bucket
dropped
and
it
I
on the
try
ground,
to
you
I
cunt.
try to
Well,
throw the bucket back at him.
Okay, that's beginner's luck throwing.
Okay. So what the hell?
Oh, sorry, that's me throwing tools up. Beginner's luck throwing is...
It sounded like you put your microphone into your
Sick.
toilet or something.
Sorry, roll.
Judson
What
is
is,
looking.
I don't know what is the stat.
Throwing is agility. So...
Right,
Six.
right now, Right now, Judson is just looking remarkably unimpressed with the Donkey Kong match that's occurring in front of him.
Exactly. I think this is a profoundly like I don't rate the chance of this hitting much either.
What's the op? All right, against his speed or no?
I would actually like to try and Jack Burton, sleight of hand it, and throw it back.
You can't Jack Burton it when you're that far away.
That's not sleight of hand.
I think what you'd have to do is you'd have to catch it first, and that would be a difficult. You'd have to agility check it.
Isn't that sleight of hand though? Okay, I agility check it. So that's 6 against his whatever.
I'm gonna say that like
I use a fate point to re-roll these 2.
oh god.
That's 4 successes. That's 6 successes. I re-roll this one.
Oh my word! That's 6 successes.
Okay.
I don't give a shit. I attempt to catch.
Because this is beginner's luck throwing.
Yeah, I get it for a
Rupert's
fate
dice
for
get
agility,
doubled.
right?
My dice get doubled. My
Your
speed gets doubled.
Yeah, your speed gets doubled because he's
Basically,
beginner's luck
You
throwing.
don't roll double dice. You roll the same dice, and every success counts as 2.
However, he rolled 6 successes, so you've got to get at least 3 successes.
Yeah, but I double my agility.
No. You
no,
roll
no,
the same
Just
number of
every
dice,
success is doubled.
but each success counts as 2.
Okay.
He's got 6 agility too.
I do.
That is
That is a
only
failure.
one
Fucking
success. So you actually got hit by bucket. This is not your day.
How many?
Marie's just laughing now.
Okay, shit, that's. I don't know what the damage of a bucket
eye
is.
again, in the other eye.
Please, the other
Okay.
eye.
I think we're gonna roll the die of fate here to indicate where it hits. It's on a 1 to 2.
I would like to say
legs,
anything.
on a
Again,
3 to
anything below
4
2.
chest, on a 5 to 6 head.
It is not
Fuck
your day.
you,
Oh god, this is a bucket to the face.
This is not your day.
Rupert, you take a superficial wound to the face.
Look, move as I go down.
I'm
And he's giggling as you.
I'm looking to Siegfried to see how he reacts to this.
Hello.
Okay. Oh,
Hang on.
quick
The game master has been
God
distracted.
damn it.
Oh dear.
Rupert, seriously, like, why would you try this stuff? It has to blow
He
up.
is a little crazy. You've got to hand it to him.
He is a
Oh,
little.
it's stupid because I have the, it's fucking Jack, Clark, and Lehman all over again. I have the stats. You don't. You win.
What do you mean? I don't have the stats. I also have agility
You're a
6.
fucking cripple.
No, he...
I'm
I
not.
even used the fate point on this shit.
I see.
Wait, by the way, does that mean I get skills being learned throwing?
Yeah, put that on
Yes, and the fate point would go on whatever the basic skill is, I think.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Basic stats,
Sorry, I
yeah.
thought I heard the
Basic
doorbell
stat.
go.
So basically, Buford's been bucketed.
In the
that,
face.
Put that on the bucket list.
Well, do I get a thing on my agility for this? By the way.
What was the obs? The obs.
The ops was 7.
Well, no. The obs for the
6,
throw
sorry.
was actually 3 because beginner's luck.
Oh yeah.
So you would get a routine, which doesn't
No.
count for a stat.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting basically on Siegfried's note here
Wait,
because
what's the actual result of Rupert getting hit in the face?
Basically, he
Superficial.
took a superficial wound, which is +1 obs to all tests he takes from this point on. But this is the equivalent of like a really light bruise. Like he's surprised, he's gone ow, but he's not actually like fucked up.
I motioned with my sword. This is not a fucking bucket. Stop it.
How do you...
What did you say?
I said this is not a fucking bucket. Motioning with my sword. Stop it.
I do what he said. I do what he says.
This point I go, well, at least you're not an idiot who throws things at people, and I just look over at Ruford.
Do it, sick.
He's giggling.
Is that what he says?
He
I'm
said,
like, now-
he said when he got hit by the bucket, he decided to giggle in response, which is something that he has a trait that allows him to do.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
And I go, okay, now listen, now everybody calm down. I don't like you two guys. You seem like reasonable people. I don't know what's up with this guy, but he stole my scarf. He just threw a freaking bucket at me, and we're all in the cellar. And I really don't want to know what you guys want to do, but let's just calm down.
Falsehood. Falsehood.
You want to lie?
Yes.
The falsehood difficulty is twice his will.
Which would be 10.
Yeah, but he's gonna roll a terrible roll here.
Okay. No, but
Wait,
he doesn't roll
No,
the dice.
I don't roll. You roll against 10.
Yeah, like this, it's not opposed.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yeah. Let's go.
Oh no, wait, actually, no, sorry. No, to be fair, this is only his normal will. You actually have the skill, don't you?
I
You have
do.
the skill. Okay, so yeah, this would only be his will. So this would be versus 5.
Well,
Yeah.
Still.
You're trying to lie again.
Well, what's Siegfried and Judson's will? I'm trying to convince them. Klaiker's pretty sure I stole it.
Okay,
as well.
those guys all have wills that are over 1.
Fucking.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
like-
believe you.
Kiko's will of 1. It's like, Kiko, you are the Messiah. He's like, yeah, I believe you.
So I'll allow it.
So
I'll allow it.
what's Siegfried? I just said to Siegfried's thing. I'd listen to him, but yeah, and then you said something, which was the about being in a cellar.
What?
So you saw the explosion.
I heard of it. I heard of the explosion. I saw a light from because I was a few streets away. With
You're lying,
was,
are you?
No, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, falsehood, motherfucker.
What's this?
Okay.
What's this opposed to?
Everybody's will doubled. Beginner's
Okay,
luck.
falsehood is still a skill I'm learning. So it was what was it?
It's based off your
perception?
will, so you roll your
Oh,
will dice.
Right, so 5, yeah.
So my will is 4. So
I love the fact that all of you are so bad at lying that none of this is ever gonna
True.
work.
2 successes.
Nobody believes you.
Does this count as a check?
Wait, hold on. Did I get a check on my falsehood there just before?
Chowan.
Yeah, certainly that counts as a check.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah!
For me too, right?
Yeah, that counts as a check.
Cool.
So
That was a challenge, right?
let's
For Rufus, that was a challenging. Yeah.
let's start that again. This time with you telling the truth, please.
I mean, having the white powder on you pretty much disproves that.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
fair, that's another aspect of it. Like that definitely
That
disadvantages.
was definitely not a few streets away, sir.
Well, look, the powder has nothing to do with the explosion. I got the powder sent
Bullshit
in a
again.
pack. I got the powder sent to me via a package. I don't know who sent it to me, but it was in a package and I got the powder. I have no idea what the powder is. If you know what the powder is, you know more than I do.
I think he has too many fingers to tell the truth.
Well, to be fair, you know that you know what the powder isn't. To be fair, Clyker.
Well, no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Remember
No,
you went
it's
to the.
not
Remember you
true.
went to the.
Yes,
drug-
but he told me it is some kind of mineral. He
Mineral,
doesn't
yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah, okay.
wanted
I'm
to-
just saying
that's-
you do know a bit.
Yeah, but like I said, like if you know what the powder is, you already know more about it than I do.
That is true.
And since this is not a lie, I don't have to roll a falsehood.
No, that's fine.
Your
They can
voice,
still. They can
your
still.
Roll
voice-
the truth.
your voice still sounds very familiar to me.
He's a cunt. Ow. My head.
I have seen you before somewhere.
I have. Wait, do I recognize Kiko now? By the way, we're in the light and
Yes.
everything.
Yeah,
right?
we're in
You
lantern
would
light.
recognize me.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
would I perception roll, Luke, or
I think this is doable. I think you would recognize him. Yeah, I think you've had long enough now.
okay? Man. So like my guy is like just getting super nervous about everything because finding out secret and I must protect my identity and stuff like that. So I'm like, I cannot remember where I've seen you. You seem familiar, sir.
Okay,
but
this is silly. We need to open the door.
You need to open the
Yes,
door.
Which door?
the door out.
He's getting claustrophobic.
I've been
Oh.
trying. I've been trying not to draw attention to it to this point. That's why I'm stood closest to the door, and I'm like, this getting silly now.
Okay, allow it.
I,
You're
I,
okay.
I agree
yeah.
with him. I agree with what he said. We should open the door and
You're
we
not
should get
get-
out of this
No.
dark,
Actually,
danky, no.
Judson, could you have a look at my head outside? I think I broke my face.
No.
Please.
No.
Just outside.
No. I'm
The
going.
open sky.
I'm backing up to open the door, but we're not letting him out.
Judson, what the hell are you doing?
Trust me. You want this door open?
No, I really don't.
Do you want me screaming at the walls?
Oh my god.
You should really do what your friend says because he doesn't look that well.
You stay out of it.
I'm liking this claustrophobia. It's good. Solid
Nice.
stuff. Okay, so with this all having happened thus far, we've got Kiko trying to get the door open, Phil despairing, Dominique nursing another facial injury, and
Like being a bucket master.
exactly,
Bucket master.
your untrained throwing skill was too strong.
It'll level up soon.
Judson, if you need to go out, get a chair, bar it from the outside. Do not open it unless I tell you to open it.
Right.
My face.
My intent is to go out of the room and close it and bar it from the
How-
outside.
Don't
How
need
big-
to worry about that. It's
How
done.
big is the? Hey, how big is the hallway that Kiko goes up to the door?
Well, it's like stairs up, I think.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
what
the
you said.
stairs. Yeah.
It really is just like stairs about
When
as wide as
Kiko
a man.
opens, when Kiko goes
I'm
up there,
I'm backing. I'm doing this backing up. I'm not turning my
Also,
back to you.
say
we're
that
between
now.
you and
Yeah,
the
I
door.
actually said
Yeah.
that right at the beginning that I was going to back up and open the door.
is there any way for me to try, like, when Kiko opens the door, to just like to sprint after Kiko and rush for
I'm
the door?
expecting you to do this.
I think the thing is that everybody is prepared.
Okay.
It's you can imagine two guys with their arms with their arms out like ready
yeah,
to
they're
stop
all prepared. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Once he does, so my
So
intent.
do we all recognise each other, or do I not recognise like at least the clothes of the dude who jumped at me that night?
Dude, it's like a random grayish, blackish cloak. It could be.
Yeah, but I'd be considering you against the people I saw that night.
Okay, in that case, yeah, the situation has
Perception
changed. Roll perception. I'm gonna say, let's say, Ops 3. It's not too hard to put 2 and 2 together at this point.
Okay.
Froze it, Kiko. Nope.
Well, apparently it
Nope.
is.
Unless I explode that thing.
Hmm.
Which I might do actually. Yeah.
Unless you exploded.
On fate on perception.
Oh, and another one. So
Oh.
yeah,
Although that was a difficult perception test, so
nice.
get yourself that thing. Okay, so you're aware of the fact that this is probably the guy who was trying to chase after you that night.
Just give me a sec.
I'll wait until you guys have all done an action before I declare my intent while in his house.
Smoking
Believe-
weed.
Well, I thought
I
you
believe
were
Dominic
outside.
never
I'm
saw
outside.
Clyde.
I'm outside that
Yeah.
room. That room is
Yeah, Dominic never saw me.
that
Yeah.
room is that room is cramped. That is like a 5 by 5 meter room. That room is cramped.
I remember you. You're the idiot who jumped out at me.
Okay.
I have
Stick
no idea.
Stick him.
I don't know. Like, do I recognize Phil?
Stick him, Sig Phil.
'Cause
Sure.
I mean, we kind of like. Well, I don't know, because
I
I'm
mean,
in the
you-
situation.
since-
I'm not even
since
sure
you
if I saw
only
his
jumped
face or anything.
You only jumped at one person. So if he says that, you're probably going to realise who it was.
You did have a running jump at him, and the guy does have fairly distinctive coloured hair.
Okay.
So.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I didn't jump anybody.
Falsehood?
I think I'm just going to say that at this point you already done the falsehood test. Let it ride
Yeah,
means that
let
you
it
already like they're not believing you at this point.
Luke,
Yes.
while they're doing this, my intent is to rustle up some food in his kitchen.
Okay.
You-
You,
you're
you
eating.
hear the sound. You hear.
I
The
thought
sound,
you were supposed to guard the outside.
You hear the sound of Kiko retreating upstairs.
And I'm gonna, because I've done that, I've barred it while they were doing that. My intent now is to cook something.
This really isn't going to go well for you if you keep lying.
I'm just. You are the guys who just put me in a sack and put me down here.
And
Like,
we're
I'm not gonna
employed
say.
to do
I'm not
that.
gonna say another word until somebody tells me what the hell you want and who the hell you.
Tell me
people
when I
are.
need to roll something for that, Luke.
Okay. Reasonable request. How do you just feel about telling him what's actually going on rather than throwing
Nope.
buckets at him, threatening him with swords, etc.?
Nope.
No.
He's consistently lying. He was definitely at the explosion. There's no reason
This
to
man,
trust him.
again, I point at Ruford. I say, this man stole my scarf and he just threw a
We don't
bucket
care
at me.
about the scarf. Or the bucket for that matter.
Oh, you
I care
don't.
about the bucket. Ow.
You don't care. You don't care about your friend being a filthy thief.
I would like to
Friend.
roll persuasion on Phil. Crush his toes, please.
Phil, how do you feel about this request?
Unlikely to happen.
I think we might say he's, that at this point. Yeah, I think we'll allow roleplay to decide the outcome of this one.
God fucking damn it.
Luke,
Yes.
that's my cooking roll, by the way.
Well done. You have cooked yourself a small meal using the bird from yesterday. Remnants of the bird from yesterday.
gonna have another routine on there.
That fatty cooking roll.
Do I smell the food? Do I smell the food that Kiko's preparing?
You guys can in fact smell at this point a savoury scent is wafting through the house.
At this point, my stomach growls loudly.
You haven't eaten for a while.
I haven't. I go like my stomach growls very loudly. I look at these two guys and I go, "Look, fellas. Okay, I've been lying to you. Like, this is my guy pretty much just overcoming normally like one of his beliefs pretty much. Like almost, well, of one of his instincts pretty much. I've been lying to you. I had the worst few days of my entire life. I don't even know if I have a life anymore. All I know right now is I haven't eaten anything in 2 full days. If you give me a bite and if you sit down with me at a table, I'll have a proper talk and I'll tell you what you want to know.
You're not leaving this room.
I say we leave him down here for another day.
Bring me
Go upstairs.
something in here. I don't care. Like I basically I go to the wall behind me. I sit down. I lean my back to the wall, and I'm basically just I pull my hood up, and I basically just go. I am not saying anything anymore.
I would like a good night of sleep. Should we just bar the fucking door and leave him down here?
Yeah, a good night's sleep on.
You can certainly leave him there.
Did you suggest that in character?
Yes.
No, we're not having him found by the farmers.
And this is how you make a delicious
this is
sparrow.
the farmhouse. This is your house. They aren't allowed in here. The labourers don't live in this house. This is the equivalent of the farmer's house.
This is how you
Of the
make a delicious
farmer's.
sparrow. Touch of seasoning, bit of salad.
Yeah, the door is one of those.
Because remember, you paid the resource points for your dwelling, not theirs.
I would like to point out, by the way, that at this point, this has been going on for 40 minutes, and it's literally been a session of, as someone in the set says, throwing shit on Klika.
Oh.
Like, we're literally role-playing me being... Seriously, I think Marie at one point thought we were, like, role-playing some kind of BDSM scenario.
No, the best thing is, it's been throwing buckets, and this week on Cooking with Jusdon.
I mean, to be honest, I'm entirely pro throwing things at everybody, but it's romantic. It's romantic, but we might... In that case, I guess we're wrapping up because you chaps are going to bed and barring the door.
No.
I would like to.
He said he
That's what
didn't
he
want to leave him
suggested,
behind.
but I'm not interested in that. Either way, I shout Judson
Okay.
and see if he responds.
No.
Oh,
Nope. Nope.
Now
Of course he
Wife-
doesn't respond.
Nope. Don't respond. Not even
That's
slightly.
such a good instinct.
Judson.
Have one.
Oh, gotta cook this
Killing.
sparrow.
Okay, so someone needs to go and get him because he's not coming.
but he barred the door from the outside. We can't get out.
Yep, he can't hear you. You're stuck. You're stuck in there.
Now who's the one trapping
What you
whom?
try and do is bang on the door and perception check it, but that's about the best. The
Yep,
best
you
hope
can
you've got
try
is not
that.
to answer his name.
God damn it. Can we
Is
have
Dominic still on the floor?
He's gotten up.
Yeah, he's got
This
that.
is brilliant.
So wait, so Judson's instinct is literally that no matter
Judson's
how
instinct
often,
is-
no
Judson's
matter
instinct
how
is
often, if you
doesn't-
call his name, he will not respond.
Doesn't react to own name. Nope.
But isn't that just like reacting?
Yeah,
rather than-
I heard it. I could have heard it, but I didn't react. So,
The thing is, it's his instinct. He
Yeah.
can play this exactly
okay.
straight,
yep.
and
Okay.
because he's playing it against his own interest,
Nope.
this is added lols because
you
now
can get
you
a-
two
you
are
can
stuck
take-
in
You could
the
try and
thing.
bang on the door or get my attention. You could just shout, and I could probably hear that.
Yeah, that would work.
Well, I was shouting.
Yeah, but you shouted my name. That's the worst
Yeah.
thing you could do.
Are you guys actually like going up and checking if
No,
you can
I'm
open
still
the door?
I'm still keeping my eye on you at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'm just
So I'm
sitting
gonna
there.
shout
Like I
Judson
said.
again.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I just go.
Dominic
go.
bangs on the
Seems
ceiling.
like your friend.
Ah,
isn't
someone's
coming.
banging on the ceiling. That's different. Can I hear that?
Perception 3, go.
I have perception
There's
5.
also-
This is likely.
It's accompanied with a yell of oi knob.
Nope.
Nope.
You are unaware of the banging.
Nope.
Dominic, go up and see what's going on upstairs.
Dominic
Goes to the door.
goes to the door, tries to open it.
The
It's
door
barred
doesn't
from the
move.
outside.
Because
Do
he's
I
led-
do I notice that the door is barred from outside?
You notice that Dominic can't get the door open.
I look up. I look at Siegfried. I look at Dominic, and I go, I can't believe that this is happening to me through such terrible, terrible fucking people like you. And then I just put my head back down again.
Are you gonna bang on the door this time?
Yes, Dominic goes
Right.
batshit on the door
Alright,
and goes,
I can
oi!
probably hear this a little easier. It's on the door rather than the
Yeah,
ceiling.
yeah, yeah.
But the door is outside, isn't it? It's one of those back doors.
Nope.
because-
Nope. One, I wouldn't hear that either. I'm really, really absorbed in my cooking.
Isn't the door one of those slanted doors out that's accessible from the outside? You don't actually have to go inside the house.
I rolled a
I thought
perception.
this was the door at the base of the stairs, as you have stairs going down to a wooden door that leads into the cellar. And what he'd done is he's propped up a chair against the stairs, pointing towards the door, and the door
Because
opened.
I was told not to wait until you shouted. My character didn't even realise that would be a terrible idea. So,
this entire session is going to take place in here, isn't it? Justin's going to go to bed.
It's a bottle episode. We've run out of money.
The next hour or so, I'm just gonna sit there with my hood over my head, and that's like sulking.
Okay, and now we come to the question: does Justin at any point decide to go back down and fucking
after I've eaten, I might.
After like half an hour
It's
or
going to
longer.
take about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be like,
No, cooking takes a while in the old times. You have to light a fire, and you have to wait for the shit to get hot, and
meanwhile,
then you have.
what did Dominic and Siegfried elect to do while they're stuck?
while Judson is eating his fine meal.
Dominic's sitting on the stairs, I assume. There's a slight stairs before the door. Or was that on the other side of the door?
It's on the other side of the door.
Leaning against the door, then. Scowling.
I sheath the sword and say, since we're going to be down here for a while, you might as well try and explain with the truth this time.
Sorry, what?
This is to Klika.
Oh, okay. Say again. Sorry.
Since we're going to be down here a while, you might as well try and explain with the truth this time.
I'm way too hungry to explain anything.
Put him in a barrel.
Is this an eventually Judson finishes eating?
We're going to wait then.
Eventually, Judson then finishes eating, I imagine.
Sorry, there went my internet.
Yeah.
I hope the stream is still going, though. Is the stream still going? Can someone check that?
I don't know.
It looks like it
I'll
is.
check it. I'll
so
check it.
Stream's going.
So,
Okay.
eventually Judson finishes eating?
And you wander downstairs, I guess.
I'm like, they've been a while, I wonder what's happening. And I go back to the door, and I'm like, knock knock, you done down there? Do you need me to come back in?
And the response is?
I don't know, Dominic's closest to the door.
No, wait, how do you react to the knock on the door? And
Let us out, you dense motherfucker!
I just basically mutter, "Oh, look, another one of the idiot trios back."
Alright, I'll open the door then.
Okay, you open the door, and you're confronted by all three of them. Nothing happening. Clanker sitting at the wall, Phil just like crying a single tear.
Dominic scowling.
A
with
single
his
tear
back
of
face.
bolting.
I'm like, you must all be done then. That was quick. So what does he know?
I'm going up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try and grab Kiko and shove him into the wall.
No,
Just grab him by the shoulder and shove him back into the
I'm
wall.
not expecting this whatsoever. That'll be quite startling to me.
Okay, unopposed then. You get shoved into the wall.
Look, is there some reason that you asked to be let out and then disappear for an hour?
I really don't like enclosed spaces.
But you didn't respond at all when we asked you to come back?
You asked me to come back?
Yeah.
Didn't hear you, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Luke, at this point in time, where's Ruford?
You would
Ruford,
have
you doing?
gone through the door, locked it, and barred it with the
I
chair.
love how we can say that in hindsight. It's so good. Of course, I've locked the door and barred it again.
He's trying to escape.
It's like, I wonder
it's
what's
like,
doing.
it's like, I didn't hear you, sorry.
Am I going to find anything missing from this house?
Not really, unless you miss a tiny bit of seasoning. I cooked the remaining sparrow I had.
I suppose I can smell.
Yeah, you could. This is pretty believable.
You can search me if you really like.
Make another meal
Mm-hmm.
and take it down to our guest.
Right.
At this point, is the door actually like locked and closed and barred?
Well, I mean, the way to look at it is, Rufert has followed them halfway up the steps,
Right.
I guess. So he is in the process of closing. In the process, having gone through, it would be up to you what you did then.
Okay.
I will do so.
Those lanterns. If I grabbed one of those lanterns and throw it at the door, would that actually cause the door to catch fire?
What it would do is it would spread a pool of burning oil across the floor.
It would.
That's not good.
Why the floor? Like, wouldn't it if I picked it up and threw it at the wall? Wouldn't
Because
that...
it would shatter.
Yeah, but it would do that on the door, right?
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's oil. I mean, the thing is, most of the oil is liquid, and what happens if you throw a lance at something, you get splash, and then you get like a pool of oil, then it's promptly set fire to.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
but-
not the oil isn't in a glass container. It's a little brass thing that falls on the ground, then empties, then lights.
Oh dear.
I see. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, also, I'm going to say that you are aware of the effects of fire in an enclosed
Yeah,
space.
Okay.
I'm going to
So-
do what
Is he aware of smoke poisoning in an
we will,
enclosed space?
Siegfried says, and cook another meal.
I would like to sleight of hand some shit into the. No wait, it's. Oh, is it just for the guy
It's
below?
just
or
for
is-
him.
It's
You can
just for
always
him.
spit
Okay.
into it when no one's watching.
Well, I would like to sleight of hand some rat shit or whatever's on
I'm
the
being
floor. Just
very
put that in.
attentive about this cooking. I like my
Well-
cooking.
Okay, I'm going to say that this scene is ending here. With this event, and then the next scene will be Rupert taking it down, so that you can
All right,
collect
fair
your
enough.
thoughts and your tests.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Question, by the way.
Yes.
While they're doing all that up top and so on, I want to check out the entire room and see what I can find.
Okay, well, what we'll say is, for what type of stuff is stored in this room?
Well, before I thought
Was
it was
it-
just a house for the farm, but if it's a farmhouse,
Well, you said something about barrels,
Is
right?
the are the
yeah, there's
sack
definitely going to
are
be
the
barrels.
sack
Barrels are going to be clean water inside the barrels.
Okay,
are the sack and the rope still in the room?
they are.
Yes.
Nobody said they would take it, and they would. There would be no reason to.
Okay. Is there a way for me to like? Is there a place in the room where I could tie the rope to one end, basically pull it along the bottom of the stairs, like let it like lie on the ground, then hide myself next to it, and when whoever brings me the food down comes, that I could pull up the rope, make him fall, and then dash outside?
The floor's really low, and the thing is, the door is before the stairs.
The door is before this. Oh,
There's
wait.
a flight of stairs down, and then there's a short.
Yes.
There's like 2 feet of space, and then there's the door, and then there's the room.
Wait, there is a. I thought the door is at the top of the stairs.
No, the door's at the bottom of the stairs.
No, the door's been at the bottom because of
Yeah, that
the,
confused me as well.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's because otherwise, otherwise, Kiko wouldn't have been able to stop it that easily.
Oh, I see.
So this is the end of a scene. So there's going to be more cooking.
I'd like to take the 2 lanterns.
Yep.
I'd like to put one of the lanterns into one of the corners furthest away from the door,
Yes.
and obscure like I put it in the corner so that it shines there. I extinguish the other lantern
Yep.
completely, and then I take the rope. There's still like a chair or something, right?
Yeah, there's a chair now.
Okay, I basically and there's other stuff there too, right? I position a few things in front of the torch so that there's like a little bit of light, but it like upwards, but it doesn't really illuminate the room.
Yeah.
Then I take the rope, and I attach it to the top of the chair. I put the chair into like close-ish in on that opposite side, like far away wall of the door, and then go with the room, and I hide in one of the corners close to the door.
Right.
Can we
because
hear
my
him bang his
intent
pound
is-
stuff down there?
My intent is, well, if it's long enough, my intent is basically to make it so that the room is very, very dark apart from that one little corner, and that when whoever brings me the food, like, comes down, he opens the door, he can't really see a lot apart from that, and I pull the rope to create a noise and, like, create a distraction where he, like, basically goes, like, what the hell, where are you? Oh, you're over there? Or what have you?
This is some MacGyver shit.
This is some
Yes.
MacGyver stuff.
Exactly, and then that I can basically, by him being startled by the noise that I make, kind of shove him out of the way and rush up the stairs.
Okay, let's.
For what it's worth, whilst Kiko's cooking, I'm sitting at the top of the
And,
stairs.
and
Fucking hindsight
and for
20.
actually,
Not
actually,
hindsight.
I
That's
have to
a
say, for what
straightforward thing
it's
to do.
and also for what it's worth, he ordered Jusdon to deliver the food. The man who ain't going into any scary shit room by himself.
True. Okay, so
So-
you've got the. By the way, Rupert, you can.
I'd
I
like
think
to roll for putting shit in the food.
Well, hang on.
You don't need to roll to put shit in the food.
Really?
If you want to put something in the food, you can put something in the food.
So
If you
is
want-
this the start of a
Yeah,
new
but
scene?
Yes, it is.
So actually,
Even if I'm going to be
Right.
sneaky about
Right.
it and ruin Judson's meal.
Oh right, no, that you have to be sneaky.
my intent actually is to prepare food for more than just Kliker.
Okay.
But I'm going
Well,
to
if-
prepare
if-
food for
if-
multiple people.
If Dominic notices that,
But I'm not
then
telling
he's-
anybody that. I'm just trying to be nice.
Well, he can tell by the portion you're making, can't he?
Depends what I'm making.
I'm
Well,
working
let's just say that for the moment we'll allow that. We'll allow Kiko's intent. Riff, what are you going to try and put it in it?
Well, if does my guy get that he's making a bigger portion than one man could eat?
Okay, well, I mean, I suppose if it's a question, we have to roll dice. So let's say it's perception, and I'm going to say the standard perception for just a thing about which I'm not really sure if it's hard or not. Let's say Obs 3. Obs 3 perception, go nuts.
Fuck me. Can I carefully consider this?
Certainly, you could look. You could look carefully.
I look carefully.
That was the worst dice rolling in
Look
the
at
world.
that. Look at
That
that.
is
That's
the
not
worst
even like
dice
an
rolling
actual
in the
roll.
world.
This is literally. This is like.
I just dropped the
Reroll that
dice.
shit.
Okay, yeah, this is a bit.
These two get
It's,
rerolled.
it's up to Luke. How many of these?
I think these two, the two at the back, you have to reroll.
I mean, this one
They're
is not
on
even,
edge.
like. Look at this one. I mean, Jesus.
Well,
Okay,
that's
you
one.
don't notice.
Okay, I
Just
put
don't
shit in the
notice.
big pot.
Right, so this
What
is
are you trying to put in it?
Random shit he found off the floor that would make the meal unsavory.
right.
Random shit.
Now,
Of...
Literal shit.
I can tell you from the book that the obstacle of making a meal for multiple people is 2 in cooking.
Okay.
Kiko is just doing this to raise his cooking skills.
Actually,
He
no.
just wants motherfucking 12 hours cooking.
God damn it.
This is not in hindsight, but we ate at like 6 or so the likelihood my character's hungry is pretty low. This is happening probably about midnight, I guess. 'Cause we have
It's
to go
3 in the
back
morning. It's about 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. Okay.
I'm going to do this patiently rather than carefully,
Okay.
which is 2v2
You can
dice.
do both, by the way.
Yeah, but that would make it easier test, which means it would only be routine.
Okay.
So I'm actually doing it patiently rather than carefully. Because I've eaten for myself.
Okay.
No. Totally
So we
botch
have-
it.
A foul-looking meal with rat shit in it.
Okay, what I'm going to say is that this is a failure where you basically burn it. You leave it on too long and you burn.
Good, but I'm now 3
Burn it,
cooking.
Lovely gentle smell of
What
burning
Kiko
down.
learns from this experience is he
Was
takes
how
away
not
from
to
it
do it.
that you should watch your chickens very carefully lest they get burned.
So am I going to try again and make a different meal?
No, you wouldn't have enough shit.
Yep, it's
Would-
totally burnt.
Yeah, I think again the
The rest
spirit-
of this, the rest of the food for the house is likely stored in the cellar.
Ah,
I'm not going down there.
So we have a burnt meal that you're
This
gonna,
is not
I
the same
guess-
cellar I'm in, right?
Yes.
There's some
that cellar.
bread and stuff if you just wanted to like get him some bread.
I could just get him some bread.
Wait. I'm in a room that has food in it?
Dried food, not like sort of
Yeah, there would
prepared
be-
food, like chickens.
Well,
I-
it's still food, right?
Salt beef, that type of stuff.
I
Yeah.
could give
Well,
him
I'm
some,
eating some of
I
that
could give
because my
him some
guy's very
bread.
hungry.
I can go get him some bread.
wait, no, that would be in a
In the
barrel,
dark.
so we would be able to hear
You've
you.
turned the
open
entire room
barrel.
dark now.
I don't
Would it
know
be in a-
that.
Well, I asked what is in the room, and you never said
It's
anything
in the
about.
crates. It's in the crates.
Oh, it's in the crates. Okay.
So is there like some random bread I can try give him?
Yeah, that's not easy bread. I
Right,
mean, it is a kitchen.
I'm just gonna gather up some bread then and go to the room.
Okay.
So I was told to go and deliver this food.
Okay, so you
Judson, do you want me to go down with it?
No, I think I can manage this.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the door. Is it dark?
so you see the room set up as Clyker describes it. Only there appears to be a whole bunch of furniture stacked in one corner around the remaining lantern, meaning that it casts only light upwards.
Okay,
rest
this
of the room
has
is
made the
extremely dark.
situation even scarier. My intent is to quickly shove the food in and close the door right away. I'm not stepping 1 foot into a
Okay.
pitch black
Okay.
tiny room.
From the top of the stairs, I can see that the lighting situation is completely changed in my cellar.
Since I'm scared if a room is
I-
enclosed. I'm doubly scared.
I
If
pull
it's-
the rope. I pull the
I-
rope to startle Kiko.
I don't care. My attempt was just to shove it in and close the door. I'm not
He's
even.
already bricking it.
I'm already bricking it. So I.
Yeah, but I want him to startle. I want him to do like.
I'm already
hesitate-
startled, and that was my
Well,
reaction for being
is he
startled.
Is he hesitating?
No, I'm just doing that immediately.
Okay, well actually let's see. If this was to be something startling, would it fall into the category of which would actually involve testing steel?
Well, he's in.
Oh, here we
he's
go. Whenever a
claustrophobic.
character is startled by an unexpected loud noise, he must make a steel test. Okay.
Mm.
There you go.
And being startled by something mundane confers advantages. 2 dice extra.
So
Yeah,
I
which
have
means that
6
my
dice.
intent is to startle him, and since I'm hiding next to the door, is to then quickly go through,
So,
grab him,
What's
and
the
pull
steel?
him into the.
What's the steel check?
It's just it's where's your hesitation? What's your will, by the way?
My will is 4, but my steel is 4
Okay, so the odds for this test is 6.
with 6 dice.
Yeah, but remember, open-ended 6s in steel tests.
Why was 6 dice?
Because I have +2 bonus because it's a mundane.
Basically, yeah, it's like the idea is that you're less likely to be startled by the sound of a
Oh,
thing
right,
falling
I
off than if it
understand.
was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
okay.
scream of the banshee.
Seeing from the top of the stairs that the cellar is dark, I'm standing up.
Okay.
I'm just muttering, what the hell?
This rouses Dominic.
That
secret.
is only 1 6, but I get to reroll it. Come on, Ixie Dix, be more 6s. This is my claustrophobia really screwing me up.
Yep.
Okay.
So he gets startled, right?
Well, he can choose the form it takes. Either he just like drops the food and fucking legs it, or he can stand there and drool.
Well,
Drop
again,
the food and leg it.
I want to take.
Drop the
start
food
with
and leg
him,
it.
Whatever. I want to take it to grab him into the room.
My reaction is to drop the food and leg it. That's really scary. I was not expecting it to be dark.
I want to, before he manages to run away, I want to grab him,
You're
pull
only
him
at
in
the corner of the room, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
afraid.
not-
I'm
That's
afraid
5
because you're at
meters
the.
away.
I'm next to the door.
Oh, you next to the door. Okay, well in that
Yes.
case, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Okay. What
I'm
I
going
gotta
to say it's your power versus Kiko's speed.
My speed is
My
5.
power versus his speed.
I'm
Yeah,
running.
because he's
Okay.
trying to avoid because he's running away.
Okay.
He's not
And
trying to like beat you with
I'm
strength.
have
spending
a
a persona
power of
point
3.
to run even faster away.
Okay.
I'm spending a persona point to be even stronger.
the persona point of muscles.
Okay, real quick. This
Read
is not a
large
roll.
strength.
I'm just putting them down.
Yeah.
1 point. Okay. So 4. Kiko for
That is 2 successes.
I grab Kiko.
I imagine so.
3 successes. 3 successes.
Okay.
Luke?
1 second. I shall be right back. I just need to sort something.
Right. That was not like that was like a routine power check, right? Because it was only 3 dice I was beating, or
There's no routine for stats.
oh, so only yeah, but no, but I mean like it was a routine, so it's not a difficult
No,
one,
no. It's
or was it? Or is wait, is difficult 3?
How many
I think
dice
this-
did you roll?
3. Well, 4 because of the persona
Luke, when
point.
Luke comes back, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Wait, no, how what
Where's this sheet?
Okay.
Luke, question real quick.
Yes.
I have a power of 3. I used 1 fate point to get an extra dice, and I rolled against a pretty much like an opposing roll of 3. Does that count as a difficult roll?
How many successes did Kiko get?
I got. I only got 2.
Oh,
Okay.
right. You only had 2. You did it 3. Right. Sorry.
But 3 versus 2 is routine for your power.
Yeah.
so-
No. I know. I forgot. I thought you had 3 and I had 4 successes. No, it's fine.
No,
it's
no,
fine.
Okay, so you've grabbed Kiko into the room.
I take it he
presumably
is
he
still.
makes a startled
I take it
squawk.
he is shitting himself at this
You
He's
point.
just like, "Please."
You do really not want to know what Jusdon is going to do claustrophobic in a room when he's been grabbed in. You do not want to know what he's going to do.
He's
Yeah.
just gonna
Okay.
just shit everywhere.
going to feel
So
it?
is
in
he
your
like-
body?
I grab a chair, I walk down the stairs, I close the door and I bar it.
This is not.
Oh,
This is not.
Okay.
This is not ending well for you.
You really don't understand where you are, do you?
well, you really don't understand that I have your friend in here, so let
Friend
me
is
out.
overestimating things quite significant.
My intent is to draw the knife and stab this guy.
Well, I'm in the dark, so
yeah,
you know.
I'm still trying.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
he's
am.
grabbed
I
you,
am.
So he knows
I'm-
exactly
I'm-
where you are.
I'm still.
I threw him into the room.
I'm crapping
Oh,
myself.
okay.
My intent is to draw the knife and go for him.
Jesus
I-
Christ, this is all got quite dramatic.
Because
I-
if this guy
I
is
would
keeping me
really
in this
like to
room,
not get shanked.
you don't. You're. It's in the dark.
Well, yes, which, yeah, I mean, I threw you into the room,
Yeah.
so you have to find me first. I want to be stealthy and basically stay really, really still and try to make it so that he doesn't find me.
Okay, I'm gonna say opposed knife versus stealth,
Knife versus stealth.
but I'm gonna say that stealth gets +1 because it's really dark.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, so
no.
5 dice from me then. Wait, Kiko has a knife skill?
I do.
Yeah, he's of 2.
okay.
He-
I have a knife
He's
skill.
literally stabbing at the dark.
This is a really hard
Oh,
roll. I
yes,
need 2
Kiko.
successes. And you only got 1 success.
Holy shit! That is a
2v1. That is a routine knife test for me. Thank you.
Let's just say, Kiko, your attempt was just to stab, right?
My attempt was to stab.
Okay, I'm going to say that's like a slash. Kliko, you have picked up a... What's your power, Kiko?
My power is 4.
You've picked up a...
M is 5.
M is 5. You've picked up a 5 hit. That's a superficial wound. Sorry, that's a light wound.
So what do? I put a tick under light wound or what?
Does he scream?
Yes, I'm screaming. I'm screaming.
I am, dude. I just got stabbed.
You've dragged me into it, and you've dragged me into a 5-meter square enclosed
room.
room.
You're not the one he's asking who's screaming.
You're the one who dragged
Dominic. It doesn't matter. As soon as anyone's screaming, I yell, "Dominic, get a lantern."
I feel like if I was a parent at this point, this is where I would like pick everybody up and like force
By
them
the
to
way,
hug
I
and
must
make up.
inform you that Judson's going to feel horrible when he realizes what he's actually managed to do.
Yeah, I fucking hope so. I just shout like, "Oh my god, he stabbed
Of course, this is just an attempt at Kiko to have a wound to treat.
Actually, that is exactly what's going to happen. If he shouted this, I'm dropping my knife in absolute horror, and I'm trying to treat him, but because I'm still trying.
All you know is that he's yelled. You don't know if you actually.
I'm
like,
dropping my knife in.
You don't know if he's going to be reciprocal.
By the way,
the actually allow you to do it.
Fair
the
enough.
light wound now actually gives me -1d to anything I do, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, actually, I don't know if I've actually stabbed him yet. I know I would have known that. I'd have felt the knife go in.
You've hit him, but this is a light wound. This is like you've given him a gash.
Okay, in that case, since I won't know where he is, I'm going for the door and I'm going for the
you shouting.
I'm going for the door and hammering on it.
Okay.
I'm like, let me out, let me out.
What
The walls are closing in.
I'm just kind of going into one of the corners now and kind of
walls
just
are closing
nursing
in.
my wounds and going like, I can't believe you stabbed me. I can't believe you stabbed
Let
me.
me out. The darkness. The walls are closing in. Let me out.
Fucking stabbed me, you
Has
goddamn
Dominic brought me a lantern
fucking
yet?
commoner prick.
Dominic, have you brought?
Well, Dominic was on his way to the latrine with the lantern, so he just went and went down there with it instead.
Okay. And you can give Big Sig Phil the lantern.
Yeah, have a.
By the way, what was that steel? What was that steel check that I did? Was that a routine for me, or?
Do you want me to hold it while you stab him?
Difficult.
Oh, not another difficult one.
It was 6/6.
That's 3.
What you say, Rupert?
I'm just asking Seafill if he wants me to hold the lantern while he stabs Kliko.
Not just yet. So I've got the lantern, and I'm drawing my sword in the other hand.
Yep.
I got close to the door, and I say,
You can. Johnson is banging on the door at this juncture.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's screaming and banging on the door.
Judson, where is he?
I don't know.
Let me
Don't tell me where he is. I'm not going to open the door.
Do I know where he is?
I don't
He's
think
somewhere in there.
I don't think at this point, like, Judson is really caring about this kind of thinking on anything,
Yeah,
right?
my
Like,
character is not the most
I'm crying.
kind of person.
I'm slumping down on the door and I'm crying.
Okay.
If he's not letting me out, I'm just gonna get hysterical.
Nervous breakdown.
Nervous
Nice.
breakdown.
Wonderful.
If he's just not letting
Let
me
me
out,
get the chair.
I'm just gonna cry.
Okay, you're removing the chair.
Yep.
Okay, you're removing the chair and.
Well, just Dominic's moving it, yeah? Yeah, Rufus.
Yeah, while giggling maniacally.
At this point, by the way, Klika, like, having the shittiest, I cannot overstate this, the shittiest days of his entire life.
This is a pretty bad
This
day
is the
for
man
you.
whose
Goes
family
completely, like, just completely says, fuck everything, gets up, rushes for the one lantern, and decides to hurl it at the door and shouts and basically just shouts, I don't know, just some kind of crazy rage gibberish like, fuck all of this, fuck this entire life.